Hello student, in this video we will be learning about source coding techniques. See the next concept. In this concept we are going to be discussing about the source coding techniques. Coming to this source coding techniques concept, to transmit non-discrete electric signals, we are using this source coding techniques. Coming to the source coding techniques, students, we are having two types: fixed length coding, variable length coding. What are the two we are having? One is fixed, second one is variable. So fixed length coding, second one is variable length coding. So what we are doing in the fixed length coding? In fixed length coding, each and every symbol is representing with the equal number of bits, that is equal number of code length. In variable one, we'll use the different. From here to here, what's the advantage is the bit rate will be decreases. Here, rather than using all are equal, here we are using variable, so here bit rate will be less. And how we are doing the coding also, if the symbol is having more probability of occurrence, it will have the length of the code will be less. Just like the probability of occurrence of the event is more, less information. Here also the probability of occurrence of that symbol is more, it will have less length. Anyhow, we will see in the further also. What are the variable coding techniques we are having, sir? One is, you might be known about it, Shannon-Fano. Another one is Huffman. Shannon-Fano source coding technique, Huffman source coding technique. Before going into the Shannon-Fano as well as Huffman, let's see some of the basic points, then we will forward. For example, I have one source which is having symbols x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on. For example, some xn, or for a different state xm. I done the source coding. For example, I got the codes as 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, like and so on, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, like I got the codes. How we are getting that codes, we will see further. Different means obviously it is a variable length coding, either maybe Shannon-Fano or Huffman we got. The first point you need to understand, that is denoted with n or ni for ith symbol. What is n called? The code length. What is n called, students? Code length. What is the meaning of code length is, students? The number of bits. What is called code length? The number of bits in each code is called code length. The number of bits in each code is called code length. Maybe 1 or 0. What is the code length here? 1, here 2, here 3, here 4, here 6. So code length is nothing but number of bits in the code. Number of bits in the code is called code length. What the next point is L, or maybe some of the books are representing as a L bar. What is L? L is called, student, average code length. GTH. What is the average code length? And an average, how many bits are there in each code is called average code length. What is the average code length formula? The formula for average code length is summation I equal to 1 to, there are m, so up to m symbols are there, ni into its probability. Ni means code length, p of xi means probability. So average code length means an average how many bits are there in each code. Itself is called average code length. Units for this one also, bit per symbol or bit per message. Getting my point? Now another formula is a coding efficiency. Coding efficiency is denoted with eta. Eta formula is, student, L minimum by L. Generally, L minimum is nothing but H by L I will write. If you want percentage into 100, this is a common formula all the faculties will give you, and most of the cases also will take directly done. But a small thing difference is there. Actually, L minimum formula is student H entropy by log M, anyhow base 2 only. M means number of symbols. Generally, in some of the ESC conventional, if they want to give the critical problems, they will give you M value, they will mention. In general, whether if they are not mentioned, the M value, it is actually 2, log 2 base 2 is 1. So L minimum is becoming H only. Otherwise, you have to write H by L into log M base 2. If they mention, you take that. Generally, if not mentioned means M value is 2. If not given means M is 2. So log M base 2. So log 2 base 2 is 1. So that's why I'm not writing. If you want the percentage into 100. So what are the 3 points we learn here? The first thing is what is called code length. The number of bits in each code is called code length. Average code length. L equal to summation I equal to 1 to M because M symbols are there. Ni into its probability. Bits per symbol. What is entropy? L minimum by L, which is equal to H by L into 100%. Got my point? Actually, L minimum is H of X entropy by log M base 2. In generally, this M value, if they are mentioned, take that. If generally they won't give you, so you can take 2, log 2 base 2 is 1. Now we will go for each and every coding technique, and we will also compare their efficiencies, like what is the procedure, what is the things. Clear? Yeah. See here, what I'm given is a source generate 4 symbols with probabilities 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 and 1 by 8. What I am giving in this lecture is, here I will generate the codes for the source by using all the 3. First is Shannon-Fano, Huffman. If it is a fixed length coding, how it will be. Like the 3 I will show you here, as well as I will calculate the efficiency of each and every one, and we will also compare. Of course, in this problem, almost both will be same. All are same, 3. Why? Because it's a simple problem. Let's start with the simple problem. Further, we'll proceed. So first, I'm doing the Shannon-Fano. See, whether in a Shannon-Fano or Huffman, first point is a common student. What is the first point, student? First point is we need to calculate we need to write the all. We need to write the all probabilities in a descending manner. All probabilities in a descending manner. So let's see. Let us assume it's a x1, x2, x3, x4. There are 4 symbols. Write the given probabilities in descending manner. Write the given probabilities in descending manner. In both cases, it will be same. That is in Shannon-Fano as well as in Huffman. After writing them in descending manner, so what we need to do is, students, try to make half of the division. If exactly not possible, go for approximate. Of course, here exactly possible. Approximate. In next further problems, we'll see. So make half of division. After making half of division, above is 0, below is 1. Above we are having only 1 symbol. Okay, leave it. But below we are having 3 symbols. One more time, go for half of division. Means half of it. Total here is 1 by 2. So half means 1 by 4, another 1 by 4. Above is 0, below are 1. Where for 1 by 4 only 1, leave it. But here 2 symbols are there. So what we have to one more time, go for half of division. Above is 0, below is 1. So what are the codes you got? For the x1 you got 0. For x2 you got 1 0. x3 we got 1 1 0. x4 we got 1 1 1. These are the codes. Got my point or not? Now I will calculate the efficiency slightly later. Wait. What about the Huffman? What about the Huffman source coding technique? Here also write the given probabilities in a descending order. Descending order means 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 8. After writing in descending order, add the below 2. After adding below 2, write one more time in descending order. By after adding these two 1 by 4, it's not more than this. If it is more, the order will change. Not more than that. So order will be almost same. Next, one more time, add below 2. And write in a descending order. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Up to where? Up to 2 symbols came. After that, what you need to do is, above is 0, below is 1. Where is this 1 by 2 came? Here. So 0. So same 0. Next, this 1 by 2 came from where? Adding of these two. So above is 0, below is 1. This 1 by 4 came from where? Here. So same. Sorry, I'm missing one more point. One second. Yeah, correct only. But this 1 by 2 already have 1. That will be predefined. It will be there. And above is 0, below is 1. So 1, 0. Next, where is this 1 by 4 came? This 1 by 4 came from these two. So first we are having same 1, 1. And then above 0, below 1. I will repeat one more time. Add the below 2, write in descending order, up to 2 symbols came. Above is 0, below 1. Where is this 1 by 2 came? Here. So 0, same 0. Next, this 1 by 2 came adding of these two. So the first symbol will be the same 1. And then above 0, below 1. Next, same. This 1 by 4 will here be same. So same 1, 0. This 1 by 4 coming from these two. So above same 1, 1, 1, 1. Above 0, below 1. So what are the codes you got here? X1 0, X2 is 1 0, X3 is 1 1 0, X4 is 1 1 1 we got. Almost here similar because it's a simple problem. Now, if it is a fixed length code, there are 4 symbols X1, X2, X3, X4. Of course, the probability is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 and 1 by 8. Here is a fixed length code means here 4 symbols are there. So you can use the 2 bits. That is the thing. Got my point or not? So these are the 3 things. What we are doing in Shannon-Fano, make of division going on. Here adding the below, writing in descending order. There constant 4 symbols are there. So 4 symbols means 2 bits are needed. Now let's calculate the efficiency. What is the efficiency formula? Is nothing but H by L or L minimum by L or H by L into log m base 2. Generally m value is 2, so log 2 base 2 is 1. Leave it. What is the H value? For the source number of times we calculated. What is that value? 3 by 4 or 1.75 divided by. What is the L value? L means average code length. L equal to summation Ni into its probability. First, how many bits are there? 1 into its probability. Next one, 2 bits into its probability. Next one, 3 bits into its probability. See, 3 are there. Next, 3 into its probability. If we calculate here also, same 1.75 will come. Then it will be the 100%. Getting my point or not? So this is the way of doing the Shannon-Fano and Huffman. Here I take a simple problem. Further I will take 1 or 2 problems in each and every. So we'll see the how slight differences will come. Clear?